All right, purpose two. That's finding our career and calling. And I differentiate the two. Um, our career is how we make money. And some people may say, well, wait a minute, Dan. Not only do I make money at my job, but I like the people I work with. I find it meaningful, and that's great. That's all great. But if you weren't making any money doing it, you probably have to find something else. Because commerce, the ability to use our intelligence, our ability, our energy to make an income, since the barter days, in primitive times, someone made good arrowheads and someone else was a good listener, and they
Hmm.
traded those things. So, um, producing an income is about the core of making a life, making a living. But a calling won't necessarily make money. It may, if we are skillful at it. Um, but our calling, you would call it a hobby or a mission, it's something we find meaningful individually, and different people like different aspects of life. So, like playing guitar, for example, um, it's important to differentiate the two because this young guitarist says, "I don't want to sell out. I want to continue with my guitar, so someday I can be a Segovia or a master guitarist." And meanwhile, they're living in their parents' basement, and maybe if they had a day job, they could earn some independence and get out of their parents' basement and practice in their spare time the guitar. And in the other way, there are people who don't value anything that doesn't make money, and they've abandoned a calling, a hobby, something that gives them a lot of joy and meaning because it didn't make money.
Hmm.
So there are people like myself whose career and calling are one and the same. Now, how do you know if your career and calling are one and the same? Easy. If you won the lottery, would you keep doing it? I
Hmm.
would still be on podcasts like this. I would still be teaching because I find meaning and joy in doing so,
Mm.
obviously, right?
Yeah.
So that's finding one's career and calling.
I mean, I want to dive into that because calling sounds, it adds a lot of pressure. I'm 29 and I've always sat down and since I was six, I was like, okay, I got to find my calling. I got to find my calling. And it's like, oh, I thought it was this. I thought it was this. And it adds, what do you say to people who haven't found it yet and are just like, how do they start? How do they strive and discover that? Because it's so everybody wants to find their calling, right? They want to find the thing that gives them that joy, that gives them that purpose, but maybe they haven't found it yet and they feel the pressure of not having found it.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good question. It's meaningful as well. Many people are dissatisfied because they haven't found the perfect,
Mm,
like a soulmate, soul job. How do I best, the most meaningful and possible joyous way to spend my time? Here's the thing: I believe that peaceful warriors, and that's all of us, can make good money doing what we enjoy or at least find fulfilling, satisfying, appropriate, um, while serving other people. All three of those are important. Good money, meaningful work while serving other people, providing a
mhm,
service, connecting with people. Like I know a multimillionaire who works in a bookstore because she finds she loves books,
mhm,
and she doesn't really need the money, but it's a way to connect with people. Um, and life is an experiment. I often, one central tenet of the Peaceful Warrior's Way is that there's no best book, no best teacher, no best philosophy or religion or system of exercise or diet. There's only the best for each of us at a given time of our life. And that can change over time. Life is an experiment. So it's like the kiss a lot of frogs, principle
yeah,
before you find your prince or princess. Um, so 29, you're just coming into your own. You're on the build, and
mhm,
I'm semi-retired at this point. So looking for the again, it's not about the perfect job. It's a job we find appropriate, functional, and maybe something else will pop up. You never
Mhm,
know how
mhm.
that goes.